Manufactures and sells a wide range of pulp, paper and wood products for use in almost every sphere of economic activity. Market cap 15.4 billion rand, price to earnings ratio of 21, currently paying no dividends. So Sappi, Paul, let's get you to kick off here.
Unfortunately, this one I'm not so keen on.
All right, so it goes back to Rowan. Oh no, you're not so keen on the actual stock, not about talking about.
No,
right.
I'm always happy to talk
Take
about
it
everything.
back.
So Sappi, interestingly, and it contrasts in a way with Mondi earlier, Eugene van As decided he wanted to go and buy Scott Paper about a decade ago, which was one of the major players in the US market. They also bought MREAL in order to try and salvage something out of the European market. So here you have a business with great fundamentals, good history, but it's really bet the farm on the magazine fine print. And as we all know, that kind of reader is sort of departing for the iPad. And that's a real stress. Yes, they'll still do well, but it's a declining industry with lots of pricing pressure. So Sappi's got quite a lot of debt, and it finds itself under a little bit of pressure. Rolf Butker, the CEO, continuously battles to convince the market that the company has a bright future.
Are you a little bit more enthusiastic about the story, Rowan?
Well, there is one bright spot. So I mean,
only one.
One, yeah. Look, they're trying to rationalise the business. I guess there's massive overcapacity in the European market, which they're trying to take out some of the capacity themselves, get that supply-demand balance.
But that's been going on for a hell of a long time.
No, exactly. And I think that it's a losing battle because you've got declining demand. If you've seen the volumes that were down 6% in the last quarter, so it's a very tough sell. That was in the European business, particularly down. But what they have been doing is, I think maybe a little bit late, but transforming part of their business. They've changed two of their paper pulp operations into something called DWP, which is this dissolvable wood pulp, which is actually, it's the fiber that's used for industrial applications, mainly in textiles and other consumer goods, and that has much higher margins. There's good demand out there. It's a wide array of industrial applications. It's a very interesting sector. They sell it onto converters that then turn it into textiles that are used in fashion. It's used to make cellophane, a variety of things, and it looks like the EBITDA margins there are around 30%. So this potentially could be their savior. I think if you've seen the recent share price performance, this is really what is getting the market excited.
When the market is starting to get excited, Paul, can we not even get you to pick up on this story?
No, it is. Look, chemical cellulose, which is this stuff that Rowan's talking about, is certainly very exciting, but it's still, I think, only about a 10% contributor to the business, so it needs to be more. I think the recovery in the share price is probably more just a sense that it's kind of a European resources stock, and a lot of those kinds of European-focused stocks, plus those are engaged in the resources trade, a bit of rand-based weakness, sort of that kind of stuff. Also very oversold. I mean, this is a stock which has got a lot of short interest and people perhaps just kind of closing that out a little bit. So it moves back to around 30. But we've seen these kinds of rallies only to be disappointed by the quarterly numbers, which they put out from time to time. So I'm afraid I'm not going hot, not hot on this one.
All right, you're jumping the gun, but Rowan, go for it, hot or not?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's too little too late. I'm not hot.